time, it's about 2 years ago, a subscriber post a comment. He want me to do this effect, but at that time I forgot, and recently I find it again. So today I will show you a tutorial how to make a similar effect like this. This tutorial I will show you make two effects. The first is like this. It's almost the same as the image I showed. This is the correct method to make this effect. This is the second one. This is much simpler. If you don't want to make it too complicated, you can use this method to make this effect. It also looks good, but not that similar to that image. So it's your choice to decide which one you want. And before our tutorial, I will introduce two concepts that you may heard about or not before, but it's very important to make this effect. First, I will show you the principle of the mass cross product. There are two vectors like this, two directions. This two vector will make a grid like this, and by this node, it will make a new vector. It's vertical to that face, so it's vertical to these two vectors. It means this degree to these vectors are 90 degrees. It may be this direction or the reverse direction like this. It depends. This node is very useful. And next, let's check the direction of the texture. Like the first is where the noise. Let's connect the noise. So you will see in every direction the noise will have a vector in the space, I mean. So it can drive the particle to move. So for the Voronoi texture, you can make like the similar the similar effect like this, but it's a little bit different. You connect it to here, it's a little bit different, but it also has many vectors in x, y, z direction. And by using cross product, like I cross the noise or the Voronoi texture by 0, 0, 1, so it's z direction. So you will see what happened. So the direction only exists in x and y direction, nothing in z direction. So this is what cross product do. If you connect it with the noise, it's the same. So it only generate a new vector in x, y direction, 0 in z direction. So this is the principle. So let's begin our tutorial. It's a very simple effect after I introduce the principle, I think. So first I need a grid here. I don't need a cube. I grid here. And then I will like maybe distribute points in grid, or I think I will only generate that from the point from the grid. Matched point has these points, and I need more points, so I need a subdivide. So these points. Then I will build a particle system. Use the simulation node like this, and set position to make it move. And yeah, then let's define our vector. There are the two types of the effect, so I will build two vector system. So the first is the first is almost as the same as the image I showed. So first, let's check what I do with the first. First is the Voronoi texture. So if you preview from the subdivision node and connect it with the distance and more subdivision, you will find this black and white, and it's not much obvious. So I need a ramp to make it obvious for you. So more subdivision. So you will see something like like a very organic, like cells. So there is like a cell here, and I can generate vectors inside it to make it move around this the wall of the cell. So this is the most suitable texture, this one. So how to generate that vector? You can see the distance is you can see from viewer, it's a float. So we need to turn the float into vector. And we now in Blender 5.0 we have a new node. It's called gradient. Let's see, gradient. Grid gradient. This node can turn the float into vector. So we need to use this node. So the vector we generated is based on this node. So let's build the system. So first we have Verona texture, and I need a volume cube to connect to density. So I preview it. I will have this. So if you connect here, you can see the density is based on the Verona texture. Then I need to get named attribute. I need to get the density. So here. After that, you have grid. Then I connect the grid with grid, and it will output this vector grid. So that's what we need. So, but we can't use it directly. So we need a node sample grid. Then we get the vector here. That's what we need. So, but we can't use it directly. We need to use the mass vector to control the length, control the value of it. 0.2. So it's plain. So it will move in every direction, and that's not what we need. So we use the cross. Where is the cross? So that's what I introduced in the beginning. Cross it with 0, 0, 1 with the vector, and you can see the movement. Yeah, it's on a plane. Yeah, it's on in one face, and I need, but what we need is curves. So here, let's make a curve. So it's kind of a standard connection. So disconnect this. Use this use this method. In every frame, it will join the points from here. So it's like it's a continuous particle system. So it will be like this. And then I will set ID. ID, where is ID? Set ID, and then point to curve, and by ID. So you can see what we have. So that's what we need. But it looks not good because of the Verona texture. We need to tweak that. So then it's much better. We need to drag the ramp. So it's much better like this. And let's check the color. So this so here everything I did here is not standard. You can do it, depends on your condition. So I think this looks good. So we have the curves. And maybe not so many points. I need less points. I need to decrease the subdivision. So this looks maybe good. So I think it's not very smooth. So I need to tweak the vector 0.1. Yeah. You can see it looks much better. That's what I need. And then I turn curve to tube. So you will have this but you can see it's like you can see the ends. I don't like the ends, so I will use a spline parameter here. No, not this node. Spline parameter here, and ramp it. Here, put it here, and connect it to scale. You will see the ends, the two ends is very small, very sharp. This looks better. And for me, I want every like line have different radius. So I use random value to to affect the radius. So I use the math node, turn to multiply, connect here, and connect the random value, and you can see it's not obvious because I think I need to tweak this value 0.2. Then you can see some curves are very thin, some curves are very thick. So I need to tweak it again to make it much better. Yeah, I think this is great. So we are not finished, and we need a set position here. Okay, is it very smooth? So if you think it's not that smooth, you can use smooth geometry here, and it's much better. Then you can set position, use noise factor to. Oh no, that's not what I want, because it's a vector. I want to combine. I wanted to use combine XYZ. And the noise will output a factor. Factor is a float. I connect it to Z. And it moves up, so I need to use a math. Multiply 0.2. So it looks much better. So it will like mountain. Yeah, 0.1 maybe. Yeah, looks. It depends on you. Maybe 0.2 depends on you. And yeah, that's what we need. And use set shader smooth on the end, so it looks much smoother. So we need we need to join here, and I think I will put it here. I need to join the plane here. Transform plane. Yeah, here. The plane is here, and it's also affected by the noise set position. But you can see it's in the middle of the curve line, so we need to move it lower. Minus 0.1. Yeah, that's good. So it looks like mountain and looks like this. And you can just add a sphere here. Shader smooth, just shader smooth, and put it here, and you find an angle, you will get your rendering. So then if you want to set the material, you can like add a set material here. The grid, the curve, and the bone, you can render them separately. So this is the first one. And if let's see it much obvious, you can see the texture. It looks so nice. Look at this, like a sphere, the round spheres. It's so nice. And I will introduce the second method. The second if you don't want to learn this method and you think it's too much complicated, you can just use the second method. So I will put here. This is rename it. This is the first nice method, and the second is simple. I just bring a noise, click normalize, and connect them, and then I will. My computer is not that good, so we need to let it run for a moment. So I think it's okay for now. So the second method is just to use the noise, and you will get this effect. It also looks organic, but not that much good. But it is also good. It also has some like round part like this, and you can decrease the radius of the curve to make it look nicer. So it looks good, but not the same as the image. So this is the second method, just use the noise. It's simple. So if you don't mind, so I think that's the whole tutorial. I will leave the rendering part to yourself. So thank you for watching. If you like my video, please thumbs up or subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye bye.